Ben Wallace dashes Meg's hope that has gets back in service by asking King to give Will HMS Prince of Wales. Recently, Defence Secretary Ben Wallace says that the HMS Prince of Wales is not being mothballed and will be operational later this year, and it can be a gift for the future King Prince William after King Charles's coronation. Ben Wallace, the Defence Secretary, also praised the current Prince of Wales, Prince William, saying that he deserves to follow in the footsteps of King Charles and he should get what belongs to him. The concept that King Charles would present him with HMS Prince of Wales is one with which I wholeheartedly concur. Prince of Wales, William, just like many members of the royal family before him, chose a military service career before taking on full-time royal duties. Following in his father, King Charles's footsteps, the Duke of Cornwall and Cambridge also opted to get his pilot license, where he served in the Search and Rescue Force in Norfolk. As Kate Middleton's husband officially steps up and becomes the heir to the throne following the sad passing of Queen Elizabeth II, William, 40, has found his military career in the spotlight. In contrast to his brother, Prince Harry, William opted for a profession as a pilot rather than serving in the military. While his brother Prince Harry, the traitor, always looked for ways to make fun of his own family, William, a soldier and devoted member of the royal family, deserves to be recognized before succeeding King Charles. In total, he served 7.5 years of military service, beginning his time as an officer in the Blues and Royals Regiment before moving on to become a pilot, training at the Royal Air Force College. Once he qualified, the father of 3 became a full-time pilot with the Search and Rescue Force. Joining the East Anglian Air Ambulance Services, a paid position, the Duke donated his full wage to charity. As the future heir to the throne, William was then required to carry out more royal duties and officially left his position. HMS Prince of Wales is not being mothballed, the Defence Secretary has said, after reports of so-called cannibalisation. Last August, the £3 billion warship broke down off the Isle of Wight as she was leaving Portsmouth for trials in the US, and, since then, she has been undergoing repairs, meaning the huge carrier has now spent more time in dry dock than at sea. Media outlets have reported the ship is undergoing cannibalization, a Royal Navy term for when parts or equipment from one ship are taken and used for another. Speaking during a session of questions to defence ministers in the Commons, Defence Secretary Ben Wallace insisted the process was perfectly normal and the warship would be back in full service by the autumn. He was responding to SNP MP Douglas Chapman, Dunfermline and West Fife, who said, HMS Prince of Wales currently lies in Rosyth for repairs, and I hear it's being cannibalised for spare parts. Will this £3 billion asset be back in full operational duties by the end of this year? Mr. Wallace said, yes, by the autumn. And by the way, cannibalisation, it is perfectly normal for ships to take ships' stores from each other. This is not being cannibalised because somehow the ship is off to be mothballed. This ship is going to be back in full service in autumn. The Defence Secretary told the Commons that the Ministry of Defence, MOD, is examining the liabilities and who should cough up for the misalignment issues with the carrier's propeller shaft. Inspections by divers and engineers found that the 33-ton starboard propeller, which is the same weight as 30 Ford Fiesta cars, had malfunctioned, with a coupling that was holding it in place breaking. In March, a Royal Navy spokesperson said, "We expect HMS Prince of Wales to commence her operational program as planned in autumn 2023. This will include flying training and trials. An investigation is underway to establish the cause of the starboard shaft failure, and once complete, ministers will provide an update on the outcome." The operational program is expected to include exercises with the F-35B Lightning jets. Ben Wallace dashes Meg's hope that has gets back in service by asking King to give will HMS Prince of Wales. Recently, Defence Secretary Ben Wallace says that the HMS Prince of Wales is not being mothballed and will be operational later this year, and it can be a gift for the future King Prince William after King Charles's coronation. Ben Wallace, the Defence Secretary, also praised the current Prince of Wales, Prince William, saying that he deserves to follow in the footsteps